Hey, okay, so my name is Trey Renee, and I'm an author. And I am publishing my first two novels July 13th. And right now I am stuck because I'm doing my own final edit before I put it out. And I had sent it to some beta readers and some other people to look it over. And during my final read, I found plot holes, I found grammatical errors, and I found um, repeats. And you know how when you do your edits or you're going through and you write your manuscript, sometimes your character might start off as one name and then change over time as you go through. And sometimes you might miss it. Well, I missed it. So now I am maybe 12 days out from publishing this, and I am at a push to do this. And it's very overwhelming because people are like, no, you should just push it. I don't want to push it. I did this deadline, this hard deadline for myself because I've never done anything for myself. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I have to do it and I have to get it done. So I gave myself a hard deadline to get it done. And that might put a lot of pressure and like, oh, well, you're doing too much. Maybe. But if I can do this, if I can get it together, if I can, all the stress that this is put on me, and if I can edit it, and if I can make the cover, and if I can get the metadata, and if I can publish it, and I can understand the things, if I can do this under the fire, then when I have time to actually do it, it will come out. I won't be as stressed. And I know that doesn't make a lot of sense to anybody else, but when you have ADD and imposter syndrome and a lot of other labels that have been given to me due to my mental health disorder, this is how I have to work. And I know a lot of people won't understand that, but it's what works for me, which because a lot of people don't understand it, it's hard to get support, and it's hard for people to understand how to support you because you don't really even know how to get people to support you. So this is just a vent because I've been putting in 12-hour days, and yesterday when I was like, oh, okay, I finally got one up and published, and I'm good on that one, let me start on the other one. I was like, well, I'm gonna take a break. I took a day off, spend some time with my girls because that mom guilt was kicking in real tough. You haven't spent any time with your girls. It's the summer. You've been in your room writing, you should go out and talk to them. So I did that. And then I came back and looked at what I published, and titles were not on the pages where they were supposed to be on the pages. And I was like, man, so the formatting was off. So I was like, okay, bet. Now I have to go back and do the formatting to make sure this is great. And it's just a lot of trial and error. I really respect authors now because at first it was looking at books like, man, what? This is crazy. Why they do stuff like this? I never understood how much work was put into making a book. And as a reader, I now have a higher respect for authors. Now, when I buy a book, at first I was like, why am I spending $22 on a book? Now I understand why some books are the price that they are. Now I understand why some authors are where they are in status. This is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of love and passion that is put into you telling a story, and you get attached to your characters. And when other people are not as attached to them as you are, it is a devastating thing. They become your family, they become your friends, they become real life people. So, and when people, I know, when you get published, you get editors, and they're like, oh, well, you should change this character or make this character do this. And I would be like, no, I don't want, I don't want my character to do this. I want my character to this. My character walks like this and talks like this and does this. So self-publishing was the way to go for me. because I wanted full control on how my product was put together and put out. I didn't understand what that actually meant. And now that I'm learning what that means for a person who is struggling with their own control on their identity and as a person that's not a mom, not a military member, not an employee, it has been a extreme struggle. And even though I need to write today, going and sitting at that computer to write or edit what I need to edit today is really a struggle.